Everybody knows Christian McCaffrey from his days at Stanford and his star-studded NFL career with the Panthers so far, but a lot of people forget about his brothers, who were both big-time blue-chip college football quarterback recruits coming out of high school. Luke went to Nebraska and Dylan went to Michigan, but as of today, both are officially in the transfer portal and will be headed for new schools. Today we're going to briefly talk about the rise of the McCaffrey brothers, their college careers so far, their decisions to leave, and what could be next for the brothers. But first, be sure to give the video a like if you want to support the video and the channel, subscribe if you love college football content, suggest another topic I should do next, and be sure to turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload. Now let's get started and talk about the McCaffrey brothers. Christian was a superstar at Stanford and really should have won the Heisman Trophy, but he has proved everyone wrong in the NFL and is a superstar. He has been a little bit troubled this year as he was injured for part of the season, and it definitely wasn't his best year. Let's first start with Dylan McCaffrey. He was a 5-star recruit at one point in the class of 2017 and one of the most highly touted players. He eventually committed to play for Jim Harbaugh at Michigan and had this to say about his commitment. Quote, "The biggest factor was that Michigan is a great academic institution. It's one of the top 5 public schools out there. Another big factor was Coach Harbaugh, Coach Fish, and that entire coaching staff. They're all going to put me in the best position to succeed. Coach Fish is the guy they talked about, and his name is Jed Fish, and he is now the head coach at Arizona. And Harbaugh's quarterback record has sort of fell off a bit in the last few years, as he was supposed to be a QB whisperer, but only one guy has been drafted since he got to Michigan, and that was Jake Rudock. Dylan played very sparingly during his time as a Wolverine, and that is thanks in large part to Shea Patterson, who transferred from Ole Miss to Michigan after he was a 5-star recruit, and the whole Ole Miss sanction stuff. Honestly, that's what killed his chances to play, and that's just tough luck. Dylan played in 13 games over 3 years, and he completed 18 of 35 passes for 242 yards and 3 touchdowns, while rushing for 166 yards and 2 scores on 23 carries. Going into 2020, Dylan was supposed to get a real chance at the starting spot, but it was going to come down to a quarterback battle between him and Joe Milton. Eventually, Milton would win the job and had one good game against Minnesota, but then it became an absolute disaster and a dumpster fire. Cade McNamara would have to play, and he would then get injured, and things were just all over the place, and honestly, Dylan would have gotten a chance to play had he not opted out and decided to graduate transfer. He was in the portal officially, and he will have 2 years to play wherever he decides to go next. Many link Dylan to Northern Colorado because his dad and his brother are coaches there, but the former 4-star recruit should be able to do a lot better than that. We now know about Dylan, so what about Luke? Luke McCaffrey announced today that he'd be transferring from Nebraska with Cade Warner, and things aren't looking so hot for Scott Frost in Lincoln right now. Luke McCaffrey was a little bit less touted than Dylan, but he was still a big name and a prospect with a big-time college football future. In high school, he was very versatile as he played running back, wide receiver, kick returner, and safety in the Colorado high school football system. He was seen as a top player in the state of Colorado, and he even considered Ohio State and Michigan, but he was a lower 4-star recruit when it was all said and done. Nevertheless, he committed to Nebraska, and McCaffrey came into Lincoln as a quarterback, but he mostly was a reserve player during his time with the Huskers. Over 2 seasons, he threw for 608 yards with 3 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, showing that his arm and his passing ability was not there, but he did have 530 yards rushing with 4 scores, and that was definitely more of his strong suit. Noah Vedral, Adrian Martinez, and Luke McCaffrey all had chances to start and play, but the Huskers could not seem to find that guy to be the starter, and when Luke got a chance, he never took a hold of the position, and I do wonder if he'll ever be a Power 5 starter again. Today he decided to enter the portal, and things seemingly are getting worse at Nebraska, and Luke will have to find a new school that'll take him in. Many are saying that Colorado could be an option because of their dad being at Northern Colorado, but most people don't really know what's going to happen, except for the fact they will probably go out to the West Coast. I think Dylan has a better chance of starting somewhere than Luke, but I'm just curious to see what's going to end up happening. Both are definitely Power 5 material, but as I said, Dylan I think has a better chance at starting, and I'm definitely curious to see where this ends up, and I'm going to keep you guys updated. What do you guys think of the McCaffrey brothers situation? And if you're a Nebraska or a Michigan fan, do you wish that they were still at your program? I'm going to try to do more news stuff like this, so be sure to suggest another topic, give the video a like if you want to support this kind of content, and subscribe if you're new. Check out all my other college football videos here on the end screen, and I hope to see you guys again soon. But until next time, peace.